Hi everyone, now this shot can be one of the most annoying shots in snooker. So we've got a red right over the corner pocket here, and we've also got the black waiting over this corner, so a nice chance to score some points. But how often do we get this problem? So we hit below centre because we want the white to stop where that red is, but when I hit it, oh dear, the white has followed into that corner pocket. So in this video we're going to look at exactly why that happens and how to stop it. Right, so the first thing to understand is exactly what we want to be happening with this white ball to cause that stun effect when it hits that red. Obviously we want the white to hit that red, stop, leaving ourselves a nice shot on this black. Now a stun shot happens when the white ball is actually skidding as it hits that red ball, and that's what causes it to stop in the exact position, and that'll leave us that nice shot. Obviously a backspin shot happens when the white ball hits the object ball, it's got some extra backspin on so you can see it almost wheel spinning, and then that's what causes the white to then come back even further. A topspin shot, again, that's the opposite. You're getting lots of extra forward momentum, that nice topspin. When it hits the object ball, it starts to skid, then it gains grip and it goes forward. So that's the first thing we need to understand. We want this nice stun shot on this shot here. So we want the white to be skidding right as it hits that red. So there's two main things that cause this shot to go wrong. One is that you don't hit low enough on the white, and the other one is that we don't hit with enough power. So let's explore both of those things. Right, so we've got these two things that can affect the shot. We've got the power and we've got the height on the white. Now, a lot of people think that a stun shot is hitting just below centre, but that's not actually true. As we've just discussed, all that we need to be happening is we need the white to be skidding when it hits that red. So a stun shot can happen anywhere below centre all the way to a maximum screw back point. So a lot of people associate maximum screw with that's just a screw shot. If you're hitting right at the bottom of the white, that means the white's going to come back. But of course, if you don't hit the shot hard enough, a lot of the spin will have disappeared by the time it gets to the object ball, and that's what will mean that the white is actually skidding and we'll still get a stun shot. So let's look at a couple of the common problems here. One is that, we're aiming just below centre, and then a very common one is that people actually lift the tip slightly as they go through. So as they then deliver, they raise the tip very slightly as they go through, and that's what causes the white to go into the pocket. So we saw that first problem there. I was aiming below centre, but I didn't actually hit below centre by the time the cue tip struck the cue ball. And that's why the white hadn't got any of that skid or that backspin on, which stopped it from going into the pocket. The other problem is power, that sometimes people do hit low enough on the white, but they don't hit the white hard enough, and a lot of the spin runs out before it gets to that red ball. So let's have a look at that problem. So I'm going to aim lower on the white, so I've come a couple of tips down now, hit the shot to stop it, but all of my spin has disappeared and the white has followed into the pocket. So if we just have a look at that on another view, we can see that from the side, I'm aiming nice and low on the cue ball. I'm hitting that low point, which is going to make the white spin backwards, but as the white is now travelling towards that red, we can see that about halfway, the spin disappears, it's no longer skidding, and that's why by the time it hits the red, it follows into the pocket. We know now that we've got to keep this spin on the white ball then. So we've got to hit low enough, and we've got to hit with enough power that the white is skidding by the time it hits that red. Now the easiest way to do that is to actually hit a little bit lower down on the white, so you're generating more backspin to begin with, and a lot of that backspin will have disappeared because the distance here between the white and the red is quite big. So obviously the white is rotating as it goes along the table, it's losing some of that spin with the friction on the table. By the time it gets to that red, it won't have any backspin, it will just be doing that skid effect. So the way you control these is to actually come lower down on the white than people think. That then allows you to hit it a little bit softer and still get that stun effect on the white. So if I now go low, almost like I'm playing a screw shot, and I push right through the white ball, not too hard, that then gets me a perfect stop shot with the white. So I've gone lower on the white to make sure that I keep that spin on the ball and make sure that it's skidding by the time it hits that red. So if we just look on the replay here, you can actually see that I'm aiming very low on the cue ball as if I'm playing almost a screw shot, but we can see from this side-on view that what actually happens is the cue ball starts to spin backwards, so it has got a lot of backspin on, but we can see by the time it gets to the red, most of that spin has disappeared. It's still skidding when it hits that red, and that's what gives us that lovely stun effect, holding for the black into the opposite corner. Now, I'm going to play a stun shot on this straight green to the corner here, and we now know that there are two different ways to play a stun shot. We can either hit just below centre, but we're going to have to hit the shot quite firm to make sure that the white is still skidding by the time it gets to that green, or we can go right the way to the bottom of the white, like we're playing a screw shot, not hit it as hard, and then a lot of that backspin effect will run out, and the white will just be skidding when it hits that green, causing that stun effect. So, two different ways to play this shot. So let's try the first one. We're going to hit just below centre, and then I'm going to have to hit this quite firm. And we got that little stun shot there, but you heard the way the green really hit the back of the leather there, so it really went in with a lot of power. Now the other way to do it is to time the shot a bit more, so come nice and low down, almost like we're playing a screw shot, but just not hit the shot as hard. So nice aiming. And we see that time, I've got the same effect. The white has stopped. The green didn't hit the leather that time at all. And that's what we talk about when players get that timing. The more you practice, a player can feel. So when I'm right at the bottom of the white there, I can feel in my action how hard I need to hit the shot so that all of that spin has almost disappeared and the white is just skidding as it gets to that green and stops as a pure stun shot. So that's part of when we talk about that timing. The more you practice, the more you get used to that exact feeling. So now we know when we're faced with these shots over the pocket here, we know exactly how to keep the white away from going into that pocket. We've got to hit low enough and with enough power to keep that white skidding as it hits that red. So I'm going to line this red up here, and I've got to hit low enough, so I'm going quite low, hard enough to keep it away from the pocket. And there we go. Got that lovely stop shot, and then I've got the black waiting. So, as always everybody, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like. If you're new to this channel and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. That just really helps me to keep all this content coming regularly. For anyone that's interested in any personal one-to-one coaching sessions, I'm working on this very table, helping players to improve their game all the time. So, have a look in the description box. All my details are there. Feel free to get in touch with me, and I'd love to help you with your game. And as always, thanks a lot for watching everybody. Cheers.